Welcome back, everyone. I'm lead trainer with StocksToTrade, Tim Bohen. Today we're going to talk about 5 ways to adapt your stock trading to really hone those skills. Maybe things haven't been working for you in this wild market, and it's wild out there. Okay, if you've been around and you're trading quote unquote normal stocks, you might have been getting shook out a lot during this pandemic. Today I'm going to talk about 5 ways to really hone those skills. All right, everyone, thank you again for checking out these videos. Be sure to ring that bell to be notified as soon as we drop a new video. We put out tons of content, podcasts, how-to videos, chart breakdowns. We go live. I mean, every day, well, not every day, every week, we're putting out tons and tons of great content. And the best way to get notified, especially when we go live, is ring that bell and then subscribe and share with your friends. I mean, if you've got anyone that's interested in stock trading, I think our YouTube channel is just an immense asset. We've got hundreds of videos covering hundreds of topics, patterns, filings, news. There's so much information there. If you got anyone that you know that's interested, share it with them and be sure to ring that bell. I want you here when I go live. All right, today we're going to talk about the wildest stock market I've ever seen. I've been actively day trading for 15 years. You might have heard me talk about this a lot in these series of videos. And I mean, it's different out there. It is different. I tell this story all the time. I got started 2007, 2008, which was during the financial crisis. Things were wild then, but they were like a 3 out of 10 wild compared to today. Today's like an 11 out of 10. It's like the Spinal Tap reference where, the amps go up to 11. I think back to 2016, 2017, and I'm like, it can't get any wilder. Along comes 2020, and it's like, excuse my, reference, but it's like 2020 was like, oh, you think you were wild 2016, 2017, 2018? Hold my beer. I'm going to show you wild, okay? So anyway, that being said, maybe you're struggling right now. And not surprising. I mean, a stock I've got on screen, ABIO. This is a stock we talked about in StocksToTrade Pro this morning. We talked about this as a breakout at $9. And, listen, at $9, at the point this stock, the trade plan was to buy this on a $9 break. At that point, the stock would have been up 120%. If you're coming here from, again, quote unquote, normal stock land, you're like, your entry is at 120% up on the day. And I'm telling you, some of the best setups are these low float, short squeeze stocks that are breaking the high of the day. And look at this thing. Look at when it broke $9. Went to $13.50. Now it's consolidating back in the 11s. But it's also starting to hug VWAP and could potentially even break out late day. I mean, this stock, it's currently up 190%. It's not done for the day. So these types of moves that we talk about every day in StocksToTrade Pro can be scary. So let me tell you some things that will help you trade them. One of the best things you can do is try out new patterns. And because if it's new to you, man, I'm going to beg you not to risk real money, okay? Stocks like ABIO move fast. They can be scary for sure, especially with real money on the line. I want you, it's just like, think of paper trading as a flight simulator, okay? I hope if I get in an airplane, it's not the first, you don't show up day one on the job and are like, hey, I'm ready to fly the plane. You gotta sit in the flight simulator first. And that's the best analogy with paper trading. Now you're not crashing the plane, putting people in jeopardy, or you're not crashing on a stock trade and putting your capital in jeopardy. Make sure you can consistently trade with paper trading first. Definitely check out some of the scans. Try scanning for different criteria. If you're that dip buy kind of guy, instead of, if dip buys aren't working for you, or If breakouts aren't working for you, start experimenting with your scans. I mean, you know, the great thing about StocksToTrade is we have an infinitely configurable stock screener. You know, one of my favorite screeners is this VWAP hold high a day break. You can see a lot of criteria on screen. I share all of these with StocksToTrade Pro, but just the thing is, you can really hone in on the best play. And I think our screener is the best way to do that because of the configurability. So what this scan does is this is looking for that big gainer that's consolidating around VWAP and then breaks out late day. One of the most high risk to reward setups in my opinion. So third thing I want you to do is branch out. Okay. If you're, you know, there's a lot of low price stock traders that are, you know, really focused on biotechs, you know, and not that that's a bad thing, but if you're only a biotech trader, and again, maybe that stuff's not working for you. We get a lot of these biotechs that spike and fail lately. Start branching out, you know, look at oil and gas. Okay. Look at, we recently had a mini marijuana stock run, you know, don't be afraid to get out of, you know, that niche that maybe you've been in. And especially again, if things aren't working for you, that's, you know, sectors kind of come and go, you know. I mentioned oil and gas. You know, there's times of the year oil and gas gets hot. There's times, you know, gold and mining stocks. There's times earnings winners, you know. So things are, I always think of the market as kind of like a big wheel, you know, with like an indicator at the top. And there's always what we call sector rotation. There's always something hot and something that's not hot. And so if you're dialed in on one sector, struggling, branch out. So next thing, which is kind of back to where the opposite of what I just said is, start looking for those sympathy plays. You know, if there is, if you are looking at a specific sector and say you think you missed ABIO, one of the best ways, and I mean, geez, right now, this market we're in is the definition of a sympathy play market, because just anything with coronavirus or COVID-19 in their bio, in their headline, is moving stocks. And, you know, again, ABIO was my main watch today. But once this thing broke out, when it broke at 10:15 a.m., there were 2 or 3 other stocks that were moving along with it. Track your sectors, use your spreadsheets. I mean, Google Docs is a great way to do that. In StocksToTrade Pro, we have, I don't even know how many Google Docs that I share with the group, and we collaborate on them, and we're always tracking all these sympathy plays and sector plays, looking for volume, looking for movers that we can catch, so that, you know, I mean, obviously ABIO, you're going to struggle to be buying it up in the 14s, but you can catch those sector moves as well. And then the last thing I think is, you know, find a community, build a community. I speak at a lot of trading conferences, and I think, you know, my favorite thing about the meetups, the conferences, which hopefully, you know, I'm sure you can tell by my beard, we're still in the middle of the shutdown, but, you know, hopefully we get back to normal and we can start having conferences again. But, you know, I love speaking at them, but what I love even more is meeting like-minded individuals, okay? People with similar goals, okay? You know, it's like, I think that, you know, the old saying that you're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with, you know, and if, you know, if you're hanging around with people that aren't interested in trading, is that going to help you get better? So go to conferences, if we can ever go to conferences again, or find groups of like-minded individuals. And I mean, obviously I'm a little biased, but I think StocksToTrade Pro is the best chat room out there. I've been in so many chat rooms through the years, and most of them are terrible. Most of them are just people trying to prove they're smarter than, or sound smarter than you. They're berating you. They're posting memes all day long, posting, you know, YouTube videos or something. And it's like, how's this help me get better as a trader? In StocksToTrade Pro, we're professional, we're polite, we're helpful, and it's a great small community. We only talk tickers. We only talk about how you can improve your trading plans. You know, we're not pumping. We're not berating. You know, there's no bad questions. I answer every question in Twice Daily webinars. definitely check out StocksToTrade Pro if you're looking to take your trading to the next level. Have a great day, everyone. Hope you stay safe during this pandemic and the stay-at-home order, and I hope we get back to work here soon.